One of the key ingredients of a healthy democracy is the ability to engage in a meaningful, open debate, which we call the public debate. And especially for the Dutch, in our democracy, because we have a multi-party system that's mostly based on compromise, on consensus, and on finding each other even though you don't really agree. We try to facilitate this public debate by matching voters based on different political preferences and allowing them, in a very unforced, safe environment, engage in this debate, find each other a bit in the conversation, decrease polarization and increase mutual trust. This is the moment where you can pick your party of preference. But you can also, like me, say, I don't really have a preference yet, so that's what I pick, right? You see it's blank, and I can either choose to go anonymously, but I'm going to use my first name to go into this dialogue, and I press start. And now we find a match immediately. Nowadays, it becomes more difficult for people to find each other, both in the physical world due to COVID, but also in the digital world. What we see on social media is that these platforms don't really facilitate the public debate that we want. Because of these algorithms, echo chambers, or as we call them, filter bubbles, are created. And in doing so, people on these platforms only see content that they want to see and only engage with people that they want to engage in, establishing the worldview that they already have and that they are not being challenged by any other opposing views, which is very dangerous to democracy.
Because ultimately, together you have to sort of shape the direction that any society, any country is to take. So in order to do that, taking into account the needs of everyone, it is important that everyone is heard. In order to ultimately understand each other's position, understand where they're coming from, why they look at the world the way they do.
This is a bot, and it will give you tips on how to behave during the discussion. On social media platforms, you have an audience. And because you have an audience, you are doing a performance. And for this performance, you get a reward in the form of a like, shares, followers. And in doing so, you are triggered to be more extreme than you really are. We take that audience away and we create a very unforced, safe environment where people are matched together and they can say whatever they like without the fear of being judged.
A democratic space, by its very nature, must be open, must be free, right? You can freely advocate for one idea or another and try to convince others. And in order to do so, people should not feel afraid to be prosecuted, right, for their opinion. And when it comes to the platform, I think what we've tried to do is make sure that it is completely anonymous, right? That it is neutral, that it is independent. There is no sort of intermediary that follows you or watches what you say.